Hey, what's good, everybody? I had to wear these things. My eyes acting up today. What's up, Anubis? Little Rose, Ashley, M.E., mwah. Nicole Do. I gotta break that name down because I want to say Nickelodeon. I ain't even gonna bulljive you on that. Black Karma, Edna, Royal Blue, what it is? Key, Kai, what's up? Hey, y'all, my skin burning like a motherfucker. I don't know about y'all. My skin burning, man. I ran outside to take the trash out to get them boxes out my house. That shit burning the fuck out of me. Maybe I'm just all sensitive and shit. I don't know. Nicole, what's up? Lady Lux, Mayato, Mikata, Lawton. Okay. Everybody, did y'all get it? So before I get started, did y'all get a chance to watch the little quick video that I posted? That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna the Baron is still gonna be doing his psychic readings, tarot, and all that shit though. But I gotta do what I love, and I love conspiracy theories, and I love telling stories, and I love coming up with new concepts and ideas for you guys to think about. Because this is what I feel. Our spiritual community have not been challenged. We don't get challenged anymore. We go around and we look up shit on this internet, which is dead. This is a dead entity. This internet died in 2016. I'm going to say 2016, hell, 2020, the internet died, right? So these are just regurgitated shits. These are regurgitated, and I'm going to get into what I'm talking about here. This is because this is going to play with the next conspiracy theory. The next conspiracy theory little short that I do in the little with using the AI system, you got to use the beast for what it is. So that's going to play into it. But in 2020, the internet died, and all of the stuff that's being generated on the internet, Google, everything, even with AI, is coming from one of us. It's coming from each and every last one of our ideas, our imagination, and our thought process. Keep this in mind here. So I said to myself, what can I do to get my community, my spiritual community, whether you like me, whether you hate me, whether you give a fuck about me at all, don't matter to me, because I'm going to make you think. I said, what I can do. I say, I'm the Baron, baby. I sit up there and I done drink tea with Aeon. I done sit up there and traverse the multiverse. I done been low with the devil and high with the gods, and I done talked to billions and trillions of myself like Cain the Conqueror, baby. I know some shit. I done learned some shit when I done astral projected, when I done sat in that closet and meditated, when I done talked to my ancestors. I done talked to my ancestors that's not my ancestors, that wish they were my ancestors in another timeline, in their timeline. So I said, y'all done downloaded all this shit into my brain. So what can I do? I said, because you wouldn't give me this intelligence, this knowledge, this energy, this power to sit on my ass and just think about it as I pop a gummy or as I turn up a drink of rum. You won't give me this for me to play it in my head. They said, give it to everybody else. What can you do? You're not hurting nobody. You're not speaking facts. You don't know for sure. But what if somebody out there had the same energy, the same idea, the same thought process I have? Or they just had a glimpse of it pass by because their ancestor talked to them. A version of you from another dimension, another universe, talked to you, said something in your dream, you saw something, caught your eye, glimpsed and gone. What if I help you remember something that you've forgotten? What if your ancestors throughout the multi-dimensional talk to me and say, hey, could you put this out so my grandbaby, my great-great-grandbaby, my 20,000 time grandbaby could get this, because I got a key message in there for them that's going to save their lineage, that's going to save their lives. You see, this is what I think about when I'm in that closet meditating, people. This is what I think about. And I ask my Baron to hold my hand as I go, where nobody has gone before. And reason why I can say where I go, where nobody has gone before, because it's in my thought process. It's on my synapses. It's on my brainwave. It's my imagination. None of you guys has ever been to my imagination. I have never been in your imagination. So when a motherfucker say, I damn sure understand what you're saying. No, you don't. You don't understand a goddamn thing. You can relate, but you can't understand them. So I hate to hear that. And I find myself saying that when I'm trying to comfort people. I understand. No, I don't. I can relate. I can relate. Something similar happened to me. I can relate. But what you're going through, I can't fathom. It's not for me to fathom. It's for you. Now, y'all keep that in mind right there. Keep that in mind right there. Lady Luck say, so you in the closet making a sci-fi movie? Yes, I am. And you are part of it. You are part of it. Be part of my sci-fi movie. Maybe you'll make your own movie. Maybe you'll write your own book. Maybe when you go in your closet and pray to this sci-fi movie that I'm making in my head that I'm telling you guys about, maybe it will unlock the key to better you, your health, your knowledge, all that. I mean, come on now, let's not be selfish. Let's not blow it out the water and say, oh, this bullshit. Because some of the greatest inventions throughout history have came from somebody's mind. Motherfucker wouldn't understand what a light bulb was until they saw somebody else do it, or they had an idea to burn a strip of lead and use it as a filament to heat up and put a glass bulb around it so it can light a room. That was in somebody's imagination. That was a sci-fi movie at one point. Sci-fi thought. A rocket, spaceship, firmament, Antarctica. We finna get in all that shit, and it's all an epic movie. So back to what I was saying. Did any of y'all get a chance to watch that 7, probably 8-minute clip I did about UV rays and how Cern, and this is a movie script, TikTok, this is my own belief. Don't take it as fact. People just on the bit to hear me talk about my ideas and thought process. TikTok, don't ban me. YouTube, this false information, all that shit. It ain't false information. It's just an idea. It's a movie script I'm working on, and I'm using the people of the internet to help it out. So, nothing factual now. Don't you turn my sound down or ban me. So listen, if you guys was to go and watch what I created, and I wrote that story about how, and I'm finna use some words, so y'all gonna have to rock with me. Some words I can't use, so I'm gonna be using, different words. So when I talk about shots, I'm gonna say jabs. Okay, follow me here. When I talk about the pandemic, we're gonna say another word, but you'll get the drill. So now in that video, quick before we get started, because I'm gonna break this bitch down so you'll understand why I say that CERN just opened up some shit, and in the next 7, I'm gonna say, and I'm prophesying in the next 5 to 7 years, UV rays is gonna be the fucking thing of the planet. Everything gonna turn purple. Watch your ass. I'm finna help you with this. So in that video, right, I told you guys that this solar eclipse was a portal. They was trying to bring in the 2 giants, Gog and Magog. Bringing in the 2 giants, and we're breaking the barrier so the 2 giants, Gog and Magog, can come in and attack us, run rampant of the bitch, eating what? Because they are the destroyers of this planet. They are the titans or the giants, destroyers of these planets. All of these earthquakes that you're seeing around, Taiwan, the beautiful New York, New Jersey people, I feel for you guys. My heart goes out to you guys. I know you guys are safe up there, but baby, that's some crazy shit. The tidal waves and the flooding that was happening all over the world back in 2008 to 2012, real happy. You know, when the Easter Islands and the Pacific Rims were getting attacked and shit. Y'all didn't understand. Y'all thought it was tsunamis, tidal waves, and hurricanes. I'm finna break it down now in my epic movie. Y'all gonna get it. What if I told you guys that was the mythical giant from Greek mythology that was Typhon? Typhon. The snake deity that lives deep in the ocean, y'all. Typhon. They say he was so big that he rivaled Zeus himself. Him alone could take on Zeus. It wasn't until the million head, the 100 handers and the 100 hands and the 100 head ones came, then fought back Typhon for a minute. The 100 handers, pay attention to Greek mythology. The 100 handers were, and they depict them as dark, black, brown, melanated people with 100 hands, 100 heads, and they were hurling boulders so big at the threat of the Titans, Typhon, and all the people he led that hated the gods on Mount Olympus. He held them back. They were throwing them back. Boulders, Zeus and them ass would have been fucked up if it weren't for the 100 handers. These brown melanated people, right? Indigenous people that they stayed in servitude, and then get what they did to them. After they helped defend the mountain, they put them in Tartarus to watch over. Pay attention to what I'm saying. They put them in Tartarus, Tartaria, Tartan, to watch over the Titans that was captured there. They made them security guards. I'm just breaking it down short because it's going to make sense in a few. So now, all of these earthquake, tidal waves, and everything that's going on right now, this is the Typhon, in the middle of the ocean, causing these tectonic plates and all this shit to shift because he's waking up. Why is he waking up? Because he is the guardian. These Titans are the guardians of the earth. Now, Baron, that shit is so far-fetched. You tripping. I don't know what you're talking about. That's nuts, though, right? How? They said 200 angels fell from heaven and all the craters you see around the world. Let's get this bitch started now. I'm on a roll. Call me butter, baby. That's a dad joke. No mind me. So there's 200 craters, close. There's close to 200 craters because we don't know what's under that ice. Y'all follow me here? We don't know what's under that ice. And we damn sure don't know what's on the South Pole under that, all that water where Santa Claus lived. I thought he lived in the North. Yeah, I think they switched him out. We don't give a fuck where Santa Claus live. He's a devil too. But listen, there's close to 200 craters found around the planet. I'm finna break your brain a little bit. Close to 200 craters found around the planet. When they talk about the Titans of Greek mythology, they never said they numbered in the millions. They never said they numbered in the millions. They said they numbered in the hundreds. Multiple, hundreds. They say they numbered in the hundreds. Now, if that epic battle, if you translate it to the Bible, and had God, the God of heaven, cast down Satan and his 200 demons, and they failed the earth to teach mankind all this other stuff, the book of Enoch, let's get with that. And they talk about 7 or 8 angels that did it, but let's say they was all over the planet, right? If they failed and they was in prison here, and we, as the melanated 100 handers, came here to watch over them while they here, because the gods of the mountains, heavens, whatever, said we should be here and watch them. They sent us down here to this prison, this firmament, this dome. Now that's just that. Now that ain't what I believe. I'm just putting it in perspective of how my mind processes it. Real savage and ghetto, right? But look at this. If all of these earthquakes are happening and you can't pinpoint why, you could say it was a San Andreas fault. You could say it was a fault shifting volcano. This bitch been shifted with volcano. That's the biggest lie, to say that our landmass was created by molten rock that sat here for billions of years and sprung out life. That's a bullshit ass story they told us. Land was formed. Land has always been here. Rocks and shit. That shit was here. The waters of the firmament opened and flooded. Then they were sealed off. So rock were already here. Landmass was already here. It was already a divide. How it's supposed to be. It just the waters covered up the walkways, the deep crevices and shit to get to the next. But I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Y'all gotta forgive me. I get to talking and thinking and ranting and raving, and it comes out like that. Told you I'd be in that closet. So back to this. Typhon is under there. he's waking up. So he's causing all these earthquakes. He's been waking up for the past 300 years because for some odd reason, that's the only time they could really get a seismogram. And I probably made that word up. They probably get a seismologist with his seismogram machine to see when the biggest earthquake hit 300 years ago. That's when Typhon was being aggravated. Then you had that oil rig in the Pacific Ocean, Pacific Rim, giant gaijus coming out the ocean, and they got to hold them back with technology and shit. Even Rihanna played in a movie where she was on a boat and they shot these motherfucking giant monsters that's coming out the water to hell with rocket ships and shit from military gear, right? This is just an epic movie, y'all. Stay with me. We're going to get this. We're going to get there. So, now, all these giants coming out the water. All of them coming out the water, y'all. All these fallen angels coming out the waters, the craters in the ocean. This is where you get your deep, dark craters from. This is where you get your mariner trenches and all that shit from. This is where we go. Just rock with me. It's make-believe, y'all. This is where you get all that from, right? What if the remainder of those craters are under the water that we can't see because we can't go that far? I've always heard about Titans underwater, Typhon. In the Orisha pantheon, you have Olakun. He's all the way to the bottom. He's the richest of Orisha there ever gonna be, because everything sinks to the bottom, baby. Everything turns to settlement. Once it's created, it always goes acid to acid, dust to dust. People think you're talking about the top of the land. They talking about the bottom, right? Bottom of the ocean. But I'm gonna ask you guys a question. So that's Earth, 200 craters supposed to be on this Earth. Fallen angels. Look it up. I'm finna ask you a question. When they show us pictures of the moon, this thing that just blocked out the sun, so they say, when they show us pictures of the moon, don't they show us a shitload of craters? Don't they show us a shitload of craters on that moon? They said, shit. The moon got so many craters in that bitch, you don't know what's what. And they say it's 1% the size of Earth, right? Y'all rocking with me? Now, if the moon have all these craters on it, and the Earth only have 200, pay attention. If the moon has all of these craters on it, and the planet Earth only have 200, and the moon just aligned with the sun to create a tunnel or vortex shining down on planet Earth, where are your fallen angels coming from? Where is these giants being released? What time are they trying to be released? What are you trying to pull through? Earth got 200. Them 200 taught mankind, so the Bible, Enoch, and all them say. But what landed on the goddamn moon? It's millions of craters up there. Big, small, little, and different. Multiple demons in hell. Multiple titans. They say the moon is a satellite. Let me change that. Let's talk about what the word satellite means. Isolated. An isolated thing. A satellite, when they say remote, that means satellite, right? Y'all follow me here. Y'all radio heads follow me. When you use the word satellite, you want to use something as the word remote. That's why you got satellite facilities. They call them black op facilities. Satellite facilities, satellite cars, satellite buildings, satellite individuals. Gray man, the moon is gray. I mean, I'm working it in my movie script. I'm going to tell you the movie script in a second. I'm just giving you the details how I got here. Mick Jagger, baby. So, all that moon have so many motherfucking craters. Where did all your fallen angels go when they got kicked out of heaven? They went to the moon. They're trying to get here to their brothers and sisters, the 200 that's here, that's imprisoned here. So what if I was to say hypothetically in my movie script that I'm writing that CERN got the information from some of the fallen angels of technology? This is what my brothers and my sisters' brain waves or energy field represent. We're going to turn that bitch on this day because this is the portal. But this is the energy you need to use. Now, let me tell you something. If you go and you look up Hertz, you look up what was the energy, the number sequence. I'm sorry. The number sequence that CERN used to activate that Hadron Collider, let's say that's what they do when they send that beam up there, that bitch, when they activate it, I guarantee it's in between 380 or 530. 380 to 530. These are just megajoules, megahertz. I don't know what it is. That's the number I keep getting downloaded in my head. 380 to 530, something like that. I don't know what that means, but they said that's the energy vortex that is created between 380 and 530 something. I'll leave it at that. I'll let the scholars, whoever watches bitch, type in and do your research. Now, what if the portal was open to bring their brothers here? Shit, let alone, what if the portal was open to get their brothers off this motherfucking rock so they could conquer the multiverse, so they could conquer everything? Because in every DC Marvel comic book, there's always a motherfucker looking to conquer the multiverse. They don't even want to give a fuck about it. Their Earth 616 always remain the same. That's the cream of the crop. The number of carbon is 661. You know, they're gonna tell us this shit in different ways. They're gonna break it around. So let's say this is the carbon-based universe. Giants and everything was hidden behind carbon. Remember what they say when you do the research on Gog and Magog? Those two giants, they was hidden behind a wall of carbon. We live in a carbon galaxy, a carbon universe on a carbon planet. What if they was trying to get in or they trying to get out? But either way, they're going to tear this bitch up before they go because it takes just that much chaotic energy to be released, kinetic energy, catastrophic events, volcanoes, earthquake, tornadoes, floods. It takes just that much gigawatt hertz, 300 gigawatts to release the energy to get off this bitch so they can go and be with their brother and them back in the ether, right? Am I making any sense right now? Y'all following this story? Because I can freak it out a little bit. I'm finna read some of these comments right quick. This strip is epic. It is. But there's a hero to this bitch. You know, every movie got a hero. I got the antagonist. And here, in this movie, the antagonists don't even know they the antagonist. They just a E.T. Pay attention. They just E.T. trying to phone home, baby. They just E.T. trying to phone home, and who gives a fuck if they burn this bitch down trying to get home? Because this ain't their home. They was cast here. They was brought here, y'all. Y'all follow me? Y'all following this script? Y'all following this script? Epic movie. Quentin Tarantino, look your boy up. Look your boy up. I ain't going to Hollywood. Y'all got Diddy up in that bitch. But come on, where I'm at, man. We can go to a neutral place, Ohio. Ain't shit going on now. I can film in Ohio. I won't get Diddy bought by the diddler. I'm gonna stay here. So back to this right here. So now in this movie, CERN has gotten information from the 200 fallen angels that was here to open this prison and release him and them and they. Pronouns now. Now we're getting into pronoun. Don't worry, LGBTQ plus WX. I'm not fucking with y'all. Trust me. And that y'all is nowhere near I'm worried about concern. I'm telling you why this, in my epic movie, this is why this is important for it to be called a pronoun versus a gender. Now, so let's get into that. So CERN done opened it up. You got the number sequence, the 380, all the way up to the 538, that energy. So now these fallen beings, you can't prison them in a single construct anymore. Pay attention. You can't give me a construct anymore. I had a construct when I came here to this place. My soul was trapped in this coil, in this body. But I'm no longer going to adhere to the ideology of a construct. So you can refer to me as them, they, us. Refer to me as a pronoun. That breaks my mortal coil and tied to this earth. So when you do crank that bitch up, Cern, I can get the fuck off this planet. Even my mind is fixated on getting off this bitch. So I don't hold nothing to this place. If I say I'm a man, then I gotta adhere to man's law. If I'm saying I'm a woman, I gotta adhere to the woman's law. But if I say I'm a him, them, and a they, I come up with a pronoun. My mind is divested. I have no attachment here. I can get the fuck off your rock. Come on now. This is mental training on a spiritual level. So now let's say these two gods of destruction, Gog and Magog, is trying to get somebody in this bitch. Are they trying to get somebody off this bitch, right? So they have to have their mind constructed. They have to tell their brothers up there to send the messages. Hey, stop considering yourself as an angel. Stop considering yourself as a demon. Stop considering yourself as a creation of the Most High. Stop considering yourself as them. We're going to give you a totally different construct so that your mind can go through and you can phase through the energies that you need. Am I losing y'all? I know this getting into the metaphysics, physics, and Isaac Newton motherfucking ass. I channeled him one day. He stinks. Huh? Y'all see how the vibrating patterns working here? So now, Cern done kicked this bitch in the air. Cern done shot that bitch during this solar eclipse when the sun and the moon and the earth is aligned. The 3 billion craters that's on the moon represent angels, demons, and devils, or constructs. Only 200 constructs here on earth. And I don't know if they want to come here and party like it's 1999. I don't know if they want to go up there and be reunited with their people and tell them all about it. But I know the book, when you talk about Gog and Magog, who is the villains of my story, by the way, Gog and Magog, them two, they say they've been breeding, fucking, and doing everything, creating mass children and armies for the day they could come back to the planet Earth and take over. Now, I don't see multiple giant motherfuckers running around Earth. I don't see multiple people on this planet Earth trying to destroy it. I see a lot of people thinking they doing the right thing by trying to save it. It is what it is. Now, what if Gog and Magog is not on the planet? They not trying to get off. Let's flip it. I'm just giving you a scenario. What if they off the planet on the moon and they trying to get here to seek revenge and free up their Typhon brothers, the ones that failed and the one that are here, them 200 I was talking about? Y'all following how this movie going? Them 200 fallen angels? What if God and Magog trying to get here and they use a Cern in this portal, this eclipse on April 8th, 2024, to open the doorway so they could come in here and ravage and wreak havoc, cause all these volcanoes and earthquakes and all this worldwide destruction to dig into the ass of the motherfucker, because they got to dig to get them brothers out. They got to dig. And what if they don't give a fuck about tearing up this planet? That's why they call him the god of destruction. They coming to get their brothers and sisters and peoples out of this bitch. So they don't give a fuck about you, me, the white man, the purple man, the red man, the yellow man, him, you, and her. They don't care nothing about that shit. They trying to be reunited with their family. That's everybody a prisoner of war want to do. Oh, we get better, y'all. This story get better. This epic movie is a bitch. But I'm gonna need the whole France to be actors in this motherfucker. France and Arabs. All y'all motherfuckers get to be actors in this movie because this bitch get a little bit more epic. Now, I just gave you the plot of the movie. I just gave you the plot. Gog and Magog trying to come here to save their brothers and sisters, the fallen angels that the book of Enoch talk about. That's doing their best to teach mankind, to guide mankind to the ways of enlightenment so they can create Cern, to which we done got to the age of enlightenment, to where mankind has created Cern under the tutelage of these fallen angels here, right? And Gog and Magog got to come back because then the only ones that are fighting material. The other ones, they are still like heavenly beings. They have no concept of destruction. That's why they came down here to teach. What they were teaching was wrong. It wasn't meant for us because we were too primitive at one point in life. But hey, it is what it is. I'm going to help you get to where you got to go so you can help me get to where I need to be. That's wartime. That's family. So now, the angels, so that's the plot. Gog and Magog trying to get here, the 200 fallen angels, the close to 200 because it's 195 craters done been found over planet Earth. It's still 5 more. The Bible say 200 fell, so keep it in turn. So now, the ones that failed, they done trained the scientists of Cern and done woke everybody up on a conscious level, and they say, hey, this is my frequency. 380 to 500 is something when I'm angry, when I'm at my height, when I'm at my excitement, when you can burn me off, whatever. Cern say, okay, all your brothers have this quantum locked field, right? Yeah, all us got it. All us, that's our quantum locked field. So then Cern says, well, goddamn, when I type in this quantum locked field, you guys say resonating with you all, I get color patterns. We finna get deep. We finna get deep. The real people gonna be able to understand this. Cern said, when I put in this number, 538, 380, when I put in these numbers right here, good people, I wrote it down, you know. Oh, I did write it down. Here I go. I be moving too fast, y'all. So listen, Cern says, hey, I done wrote down this number and I put it in the system. And when we crank this bitch up, it is emitting a light source. And he said, what you mean is emitting a light source? It's a frequency. Cern say, listen, man, I know you saying it's y'all frequency, but in my eyesight, my eye spectrum, in my color spectrum, this frequency is a color. So he said, you telling me sound done translated into a color? Now, Cern has showed the angels, the fallen demons, we'll say the fallen ones, a color pattern. So now the fallen ones said, let me look at this color pattern. So when the fallen ones see the color pattern, it began to burn their skin. It began to hurt them. It began to hurt them, hurt their eyes, hurt their lips, make them peel like radiation. You know, like sitting a carrot on top of a stove and watching it blister. They said, this shit is dangerous. You can't send this type of shit up there because you're going to make my brothers and sisters sick. Gog and Magog, when they come through, will not be able to traverse this beam. But they say that's your frequency. And under this firmament, under these blue waters, these purple waters, these black waters, this ether, this is the color that's going to be projected at your people when we shoot this beam at the moon to release your brothers to come behind this wall of carbon to do what they got to do for you, the 200. So now the 200 fallen angels, they're afraid. They say, we can't do this. So they say, well, shit, we got to do something else. How else we going to get off this bitch? Because they say, and then Cern say, okay, how about this? How about this? We do it like this. Cern say, y'all taught us well, masters. So then Cern comes up with an idea for the fallen 200 and says, well, how about we get 3 rockets named after the god of destruction, one of your brothers, your big brother, similar to Typhon that's under the ocean, because you know Typhon is a snake god. And let's name these 3 rockets after the snake god of destruction from Egypt. We'll hide the bullshit around. And if I'm not mistaken, there was a movie back in the day on Sci-Fi Channel called SG-1, Stargate SG-1, and the dude name was Apophis, and Apophis was a snake god. And if I'm not mistaken, the 3 rockets that was released was named similar to that. Apophis or some shit that was a program in space. But I digress. I'm talking real life shit there. Let's talk about my conspiracy movie theory that Quentin Tarantino and Oprah gonna come and get me and talk. Hey, listen, Baron, bitch, you want some shit? We need your input over here. So the people at CERN, hypothetically in my movie, they sit up there and they say, well, let's do it like this. We're gonna send these 3 rockets in the birth of sequences 45 minutes prior to the eclipse. Now, what this is gonna do, this is gonna spread a different type of light, which is called gamma. We're gonna spread some gamma rays, disperse them in the atmosphere, right? And then we know that gamma water, ocean water, salt water, ether water, whatever you want to call it, because we in a firmament, that's stated. That water up there dispels gamma rays. So we say we're gonna send it in a burst of 3 rockets, gamma rays. So they sent the first one prior to the eclipse. Boom. 45 minutes prior, gamma rays all over there. Right before that gamma ray began to diminish, they sent another one directly when the eclipse hit. Boom. Gamma rays all over. So now you done formed a big old solid pattern. Then right when the eclipse ended, they sent another one up there. Boom. Gamma rays. So say now you got a green spectrum, right? So now you got a green spectrum light, fallen angels, God masters on the planet Earth. So now with this green, if we fire up this Hadron Collider and this purple hue shoots his ass through, now they can get through, because when you add green and purple, you get a real fucked up color. I do this shit. Green and purple mixed. Oh, that's green and blue shit. Oh, y'all. Yeah, dark gray. There we go. Green and purple paint usually make a dark gray color. I'll let y'all read it right yonder. So, guess that. So, get what I'm saying now. Y'all following this movie script. Y'all follow me. The frequency, which is 380 to 435. I had the numbers messed up. My bad. I wrote it down. That's going to create violet, lavender, that purplish color. But if you was to send that purple beam through all that gamma radiation, which is green, Hulk, you're going to get a gray. What color is the moon again? What color resonate with the moon, people? Gray. What color resonate with stone and rock? Gray. They say perfect. Son of a bitch, perfect. You figured it out, earthbound, CERN people. You figured it out. Let it rip. So now that what happened during the solar eclipse in my movie. That what just happened, y'all. You see how traversing the multiverse in your brain can bring you enlightenment on shit that you really don't. I ain't no physiologist, man. I'm a tarot man. But I love this type of shit. So now, the beam been set, the portal been open, the carbon been dropped. Something coming through to get their people. All the titans that was in prison on Tartaria, it's the reason that name coming back. All them that was in prison here, they saying we got a savior, and he or she gonna destroy this bitch to get us out of these prisoners' captivities that they have locked us on this earth. Because the Bible did say, man, the demons that are the followers of Satan, whatever, was cast down to earth, and this is supposed to be their prison until I come back and cast them into the further lake of fire. However that is, that's just another ideology of sun, because those are the only beings that can be destroyed by, being cast into fire, because they was born of it, so they can be destroyed of it. Human beings wasn't born of fire. I'm just telling you some real shit. Human being wasn't born of celestial fire, so we can't be destroyed of it. We was born of a different nature of energy. We'll get into that later in my other epic tale. This because it's gonna be a prequel, a spin-off, or a sequel. I don't know what to call it. So back to this. So CERN did what it's supposed to do just past this day, just past a couple hours ago. CERN undid it. CERN, CERN done unleashed the people. Now open up the carbon. We don't know when this gate gonna close. But here is the trick to that shit. What CERN didn't know is that by them sending what they didn't anticipate, they knew what they didn't anticipate by sending this lavender colored energy spectrum that resonate at 380 to 435, it hit the primordial waters, the heavenly waters, the ether. And ether is already dark purple and dark blue and just these dark ass colors of enlightenment and consciousness in this the firmament, the waters above. So I'm not a smart person on the planet, but if you shine a flashlight into a murky ass lake, you still gonna get that brown murky ass lake, but you're gonna get a light colored brown reflected through your eyeballs, right? So now if you're gonna send a lavender colored purple beam, already is something that's so deadly jet black and purple, you're gonna get a reflection back as something as lighter version of purple. So in my book, we call these ultraviolet rays. So now we finna get into the real epic tale of my movie. We call this ultraviolet rays. Now, here we go. I'm finna rock you right now. I'm finna rock you. So now, ultraviolet rays are pouring into the planet within the next 6 to 7 years of my movie. Ultraviolet energy, ultraviolet light. Everything is looking a tint of purple, right? Ask yourself, what is the effects of ultraviolet rays on the human population, on the plants, on the fauna, on the flora? What is the effects? We have a yellow sun, which causes photosynthesis. It turns plant green. We have a yellow sun that it turns pigment melanation green and brown and all these other hues. We have the yellow sun that when it touches our Caucasian, our Caucasian counterparts, lacking the deep, rich melanin in the body, it turns them pink and burns them. So now that these ultraviolet rays are funneling through our atmosphere around our planet, because this portal that CERN horrendously, mistakenly opened up, just they were just trying to handle a situation there. They didn't think about the repercussions that once the god of destruction, the destroyers off this bitch or on this bitch, they didn't think about it. Now you're left with the inhabitants of these planets to deal with the change in the sunlight, people, which I feel is going to happen within the next 5 to 7 years. Just me. I know it's going to happen within 100. I'm just saying, I just hope I'm here to see it, baby, because I want to be ethereal. So now this is pouring in. Now let's harken back to the year 2020, when everybody was kind of, coerced and taught about the jabbery. Everybody was saying, hey, if you stand up there and hold your hand up high, hold your arm up, a javelin will come in that bitch, and whatever come out the javelin will make you healthy and strong. It'll defend off any sickness and invasion coming your way. A lot of people took the jabbery. A lot of people relied on jabbery, but a lot of people didn't take the jabbery. In my epic movie. Now, in my epic movie, this ultraviolet light that's funnel its way through after today, this ultraviolet light that's gonna funnel itself through here, it's gonna alter the DNA of the human species. Every last single one of us, black, green, orange, don't matter. It's gonna alter your DNA. It's gonna alter the DNA of the animals. It's gonna alter the DNA of the plants. In my movie that I'm writing, epic tale here, right? It's gonna alter. Now, for those of our European melanin people Europeans lacking melanin, who got the Jabri, it's going to alter their skin. Because let me tell you, the scientists wasn't dumb. They understood that, hey, in order for us to survive, we have to make sure that this race of people survive, because we're all here. We're all together. It is what it is. The hate mongers can hate. We're all together. Everybody got one earth, bitch, and I'm on it. They on it. We on it. Let's rock. So what if things like when everybody got to Jabri, things came about and they were talking about microfibers, plastics, all this shit. What if on a molecular level, the microfibers and the plastics change the DNA to a metalish hue, turn people of European descent into metallic skin, outer shells in my epic story. What if their skin became metallic, able to withstand the sun due to the Jabris? Yeah, they're gonna lose their hair. That nice long flowing motherfucking hair is gone, baby. In my book, yeah, y'all as shiny as Destro from Cobra Kai. Y'all shining baby ball. Cause your skin metal. What the fuck you need hair for? Okay. It's my book. So after receiving the Jabri 2020, they knew the sun was going to turn this color here. So they changed the physiology of our European brothers and sisters, right? Changing them into metalloids, metal skinned individuals, in order to reflect the ultraviolet rays of the sun. Because if you do your research, ultraviolet rays destroys anything without pigment. Melanin is another word for pigment from what I hear. So ultraviolet rays destroys everything without pigmentation in it. If it's white, if it has no pigmentation, has no melanin in it, no color sequence, it's destroyed. I'm not making this shit up. Now that's online. So we go into that. So now the scientists say, let's save unmelanated people, and this is the way they save them, but with a twist. You took care of the outer shell, but you didn't give a harmonic balance to the mind. Here we go now, people. Pay attention to what the hell I'm saying. You did not give a harmonic balance to the mind. Now, what did I say? 380 to 435 is the color of light purple, lavender, whatever. And this is what the sun is finna be. And this is what the sun is finna jump down. It's going to change the skin because you did what you did. You made a synthetic hormone to freak that body out. But you didn't balance the mind, because when you add weight, you add mass, you add a different feeling, the energy, a magnetic resonance from the planet we're on, it causes people to get all catawampus, leaving the people to be cannibalistic, violent, angry, susceptible to all kind of shit. And they didn't even plan for the winter years. Because if you freeze metal, it breaks it down to where it can't move. We all seen Terminator, where the metal motherfucker got sprayed with that nitrogen and he had to break off in parts, leaving chunks of himself somewhere, sort of like that. But this is real flesh and bone under that bitch. This is real flesh and bone under that metal shell. Okay, so now you got all this rage, anger, cannibalistic. I need to feel, I need to eat. And then they eat, and even when they eat, they can't grow because their body is locked in a quantum shell. So whatever you turn into right then and there, when that purple light hit your ass after taking the Jabri, this is where you stay. You 2 years old, bitch, you 2 years old forever. You cry, oh, yeah. If you 90 years old, motherfucker, you a 90-year-old metal bitch running around this motherfucker. This is my story. I mean, y'all rock with me. But let's say the people who stayed pure, they did take the Jabri. Oh shit, we getting into something. Well, now this movie is epic, baby. This bitch is epic. What about the one that didn't take the jabri? This is our melanated, our melanated brothers and sisters, European descent, Nordics and shit. The ultraviolet will destroy them, right? Because it destroys anything without a pigment. So now these are your vampiric style people hiding in the darkness, hiding in the caves, hiding in the building, hiding in the mountains underground, so that the ultraviolet rays don't touch them and kill them off, because one touch is instant death. One touch is instant death. You can look it up. That's another Gene Roddenberry. Look at what he fucking wrote about this shit. I'm just a sci-fi freak. Now, I'm sorry, gotta call you back. Book of reading. So for the unjabbed, the people who chose to stay pure blood, when that purple sun hit, the ultraviolet rays hit, they died. If they didn't take shelter inside houses, stayed away from the sun, close your windows, hide the kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, right? All right. So now they're hiding. Only time they get to come out and forage for food, eat, and hang out is the 3 months of winter. Because during the 3 months of winter, the people who took the jabri, who are metalloids, metal androids, metal beings, angry, ravenous beasts, cannibalistic, fucking you up, you know, because they didn't give a harmonic balance to the brainwave with the new body they got. They have to go to volcanoes and hot springs. They have to go to somewhere where it's real hot. And they have to stay there so they can move and interact. So they build a civilization around the hot zones of the world. And if they build a civilization around the hot zones of the world, the rest of the humans at nighttime get to come out and forage and hunt for food. But let's put it on the food right now. Let's take it back there. So we know the plot. The people who still remained on Earth after Cern released these ultraviolet rays down after that event of April 8th, 2024, and the ultraviolet rays came through. Now let's look at how ultraviolet light is on our food system. Did you know that when you expose plants to ultraviolet light, now plants with a high water content, let me just say, you can't expose the motherfucking bush to the bitch and then then you're gonna get some, because it will kill it, because without the yellow sun, there's no photosynthesis. There's another thing. So fruit, vegetables with the high water content, when exposed to UV radiation, grows bigger, tastes better, feels better. It grows bigger. Why would it grow bigger? Because it is filtered out all the impurities. So now you're getting a flavorful, a bigger, something that can sustain the people on a well, big orchestrated energy. So they did the study with a tomato, aloe plant, pumpkin, watermelon. I mean, you can look this shit up online. I'm not making nothing up with this one. They said when they grew tomatoes under an ultraviolet light, the tomatoes tripled in size. I'm used to tomatoes being like this big. They said when they hit it with the ultraviolet light and they grew like generations of tomatoes on that shit, tomatoes came to be this big, natural, just regular water fertilizer. That's it. That's it under UV. Watermelons, big bitches. Juicy, sweet, tasty. Cucumbers, cantaloupes, all your melon, all your coconuts, all your shit that carries a high water content grew exponentially good. So in my story, my epic movie, our European brothers who didn't get the jabris and shit going on, and sisters, they get to come out during the winter years and harvest. And by the way, plants grown under UV light can withstand the winter. How you figure about this epic movie? So now they had 3 months to gather everything they need to put inside their huts, their tents, their houses, their cave, their underground dwelling, whatever, until, you know, because when it heat back up, the metalloids running around town trying to cannibalize bitches trying to eat, because they still eat meat. That's all they know. They haven't calibrated. You all right? So they still eat meat, and there's no animals because all of the pigs, all of the cows, all of the goats, all of the animals that lack pigmentation under their skin is gone. They're dead. They're died out. So now what's their only meat source? Humans, pure blood. Am I getting into the zone of the Walking Dead in this epic tale? Am I incorporating all that shit that they've been showing us over the years in this epic movie I'm writing? So these cannibalistic metalloids go and hunt, but they don't think proper, so they just hunt in rage. They don't have no structure, so they are just ravenous beasts and crazy motherfuckers looking to eat. They still got their own family. They still got their own shit. They still got their own civilization, how they do things. They got their own understanding. But at the end of the day, I gotta eat, so I gotta destroy some shit to eat. Keep in mind, they're no longer aging. They're no longer dying. They're no longer growing. They don't really need the food. Only thing is that's the last thing they know, sustenance, divine, because they wasn't tuned in with the brainwave to calibrate that mindset, that energy. Now back to the pure bloods. So the people who didn't take the Jabris of 2020, they called themselves pure bloods, and they remained pure. If they knew if they got touched by the ultraviolet light, they would die. They understood. Everybody became vegans and vegetarians. No milk, no dairy, no cheese, because all that shit gets spoiled under UV light. By the way, is it some to these vegans or some of these people saying y'all need to be vegan? Y'all need to be vegan. Is that bullshit ass movement? Well, they trying to warn us because I hate vegan tacos, so I can't be a vegan. I tried it, and that taco fucked me all up. How you fuck up a taco? That's God's fancy food. Pissing me off thinking about it. So now, the people they eat they fruits, they melons, they this, and that's sustainable to the pure bloods because it's adding high moisture concentrates to their body. The water is very pure because did you know that with UV light, that's how they purify your water when you go swimming at hotels and spas and saunas? Do you know they run that water through a UV light? Oh my God, UV light is looking real good for some people, right? It's looking real motherfucking good. So let's say the UV light bombarding the earth, it's bombarding the springs and shit that's coming off the mountains, the waterfalls. The fish and shit is good because keep in mind the water is being purified. So the fish is not gonna get hit because if you think about it, fish has scales and every fish you get is melanated, baby. You scrape that shit off, that fish is brown under that bitch, gray under that motherfucker. Every fish in the ocean is melanated. Did you know that? Did you think about that? Well, tell me when the fuck you scrubbed on a fish skin and it was white under that bitch. It had that sheen of pigment on it. Melanin. Y'all staying with me here now. This is an epic movie. So now, European people without melanin, the purple sun destroys them and kills them. So they don't learn to adapt. So 3 months out the year, they got to do all their fishing, hunting, gathering. This is in the wintertime. So once they get all that for the next 3 seasons, summer, spring, and fall, they are hiding away from the sun and bunkers and shit, hiding away from these ravenous ass beasts. Now, I just used the word bunker, and I'll let you guys break that word down, what's going on in the world right now, how everybody creating bunkers. But I'll leave that alone. That's not what my story about. You know, those people that's creating these million and trillion dollar bunkers, maybe they doing it because they know what's coming. I don't know. I didn't write them into my movie script, and I'm not going to. They're not important. So now, let's talk about this. Let's talk about these melanated people, these indigenous people of this planet here. I'm going to show you something. This is my movie, y'all. Quentin Tarantino, Oprah Winfrey, get at me, baby. I'm not coming to Hollywood, but y'all can find me here. Just call me, baby. Just call me. I'm in the book, baby. I'm in the book. So listen to me. Now that the earth is being bathed with this purple ultraviolet light, now we done took care of the metalloids. We done took care of our Caucasian brothers and sisters who didn't fall for the okie doke, the jabrees, and stay and remain pure bloods, right? We took care of them. They got their place. Everybody got their place. The zombie cannibalistic metallic bitches got their place. Our brothers and sisters counterparts from Europe, lacking the melanin enough to deal with that ultraviolet, they got their place. But what I didn't tell you in this story, there's people who this ultraviolet light and ultraviolet rays will not affect. It's this. So I'm gonna hit you with Bible verses too, so you'll understand what I'm talking about. This is an epic motherfucking story, baby. So now, what do you get? And I'll wait. I got it right here, but I'll wait. What do you get when you combine brown and lavender together? Brown and light purple, brown and lavender, because ultraviolet rays are purplish lavender looking colors. What color do you get when you combine brown and light purple together? I'll wait. Shit, I can't wait. I'm telling the movie, baby. I'm petty, and my Baron petty too. No, you don't get brown. When you combine brown and purple together, you don't get brown. You get this right here. You get the color plum. Purple love, what it is? They're a purple love individual. We talking about the color purple, which we gonna talk about the color purple. See how I did that there? No, you don't get green. You don't get black. Y'all doing purple. You get plum. You see how we looked at a color spectrum, we get plum. So I'm gonna read it because this is off the National Color Shade, Sherwin-Williams, all these things. So it says, and I'm gonna read it because I want you to hear it. Okay. I'm going all the way up to this bitch. All right. Plum is considered a formal color that symbolizes royalty, romance, and luxury. Okay, let me get back up. I'm just telling you that's a definition of it. I want to read it because I read it earlier. This is why I pulled this shit up. I want y'all to get it. So I just go up here to the top. Here we go. So here we go. I'll let y'all read it. What color do brown and purple make when mixed? That's off their website. Going all the way down. Brown and purple are often paired together. Color vibration, all that good stuff. Go down. Brown and purple go down. Brown and purple makes plum. So pay attention. So if you pair brown and purple, it's going to make this dark purple color here. Now brown and lavender is going to make that dark purple there, right? So for all the indigenous people of the planet, when those ultraviolet rays hit, we're going to become etheric beings. What's the color of ether? Look at your chakra chart. What's at the top? Dark purple. What's below that? A lighter purple. What's below that? Blue. They said black folks, indigenous people of Earth, brown, melanated people, come from Sirius B, galaxy where they have a blue star. We came here to this planet with this yellow sun. It turned our pigment brown. But if we get that same high intense frequency of blue, light purple, lavender energy, ultraviolet rays, so to speak, bombarding our black asses again, our brown and indigenous asses again, we're going to become this shade of purple. Now, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of your Hindu gods, a lot of your deities from the old days depicting black people, they was midnight, the color of the blazing canopy, the color of the sky when you look up at night. They was dark, purplish, dark, bluish, deep, blue, purple people. When you talk about the ether on the enlightenment, let's get back into the spiritual part of this epic story. When you talk about the ether, everybody look at ether and say, ether is a purplish, bluish, greenish tint. But I just showed you some online where if you take the brown color and you pair it with the lavender color, purple, you're going to get this deep, rich purple. So black folks will, in my epic story, indigenous people, I got to make this acceptable for all, will become ethereal beings. So we will be able to withstand the bombards of the purple UV rays in my movie that I'm writing. Blue, black. We will be able to withstand it. Now, we, as ethereal beings, we wouldn't have a need to eat nothing but once a year, once a month, once a week. Something like that. We wouldn't need to consume because we'll be getting all our nutrition and food from mana, from the ultraviolet rays, from the universe, because it restructures our physical energy like it restructures everybody else's. We wouldn't need stomachs. We probably would need to process food with a lot of water probably once a month. And with that, it slows down our aging because there is no yellow sun to beat up on our cells. There is ultraviolet light, which if you ever did ultraviolet therapies, come on, women, some of y'all have this, y'all done been to Hollywood. If they treat you with ultraviolet light, it kills all the aging energy of your cell. Then they hit you with the red light. Then they hit you with the yellow light. Then they hit you with the white light. That's your cell rejuvenation energy right there. Quick question. And y'all do your research. Have you seen the white brother who went under sea? He lived under sea out of the range of the yellow sun. White guy, scientist. He lived in a capsule 30 miles or 30 some shits under the water. No light, just what he could flick on a switch. He lived under there for, I'm going to say about 60, 70 days. It was some odd number, but he lived under there. They say when they pulled that man up and he went to the surface, they said he had regressed in age. His body had regressed in age. He lost 10 years off. He gained 10 years of vitality and youth just from not being in the fucking sun. Pay attention, people. This made the news. It was on Good Morning America. I love Good Morning America. He was underwater, away from the harsh rays of the sun, away from all his other shit. He only ate fruits and vegetables while he was down there. No meats, no dairy. And they say when they came and got him and they tested his blood again, his blood had regressed 10 years off the blood count. He was 10 years younger. You know what that brother did? He say, I'm going back under that bitch. He say, I'm finna live underwater. He didn't get vitamin D deficient. He didn't die. See, these are the myths they telling you. So in my epic movie, for my European counterpart brothers and sisters, don't think it's a hopeless thing because you get to live a hell of a lot motherfucking longer. It's bleak as fuck. Don't get it twisted. It ain't paradise, but you're going to live a lot longer because this yellow sun ain't going to be kicking your ass. But for our melanated brothers and sisters on the indigenous energy, we get to live for fucking ever because we ain't going to have no need for war, eating, sleeping. We could traverse this bitch and rebuild the planet the way it's supposed to be. Now, where have I heard some shit like that from? I think that cat Jamar Rashad was talking about it. I think Malachi York. I think a lot of these enlightened brothers were talking about it. Even the Hotepians, they was talking about it. They were saying we was ether being, 9 ether beings. We had no need for this. We had no need for that. Do you think the boys was lying, or do you think they had tapped into the universe of the consciousness of the universe of the mind, which download these images to them boys, and they say, this is where we were, because we used to get bathed by ultraviolet sunlight in our own galaxy before we were seated here on planet Earth. And now if they put that same energy on planet Earth, this bitch become ours. But guess what? CERN done fucked up because they done shot that purple beam in that water, that celestial waters up there. And that light is going to reflect back, and it's going to bombard this bitch with nothing but ultraviolet rays, changing the whole atmosphere, changing the whole energy, changing the whole population, and how everybody operate on this bitch. But I tell you, didn't I say there's a hero to my story, y'all? There's a hero to my story. For the remaining unjabbed European brothers and sisters, unmelanated, the non-ether beings, we have no capacity for hate anymore. We don't want to see your destruction because y'all ain't giving us none. So guess what gonna happen? We're gonna make sure we take care of you during the time those cannibalistic metalloids, because the sun ain't fucking with us. We got strength and power and a physiology different. They don't want to eat on us. Hell, our skin too hard because they can't bite through it, right? So we subdue they ass peacefully and keep rounding them up. So you guys in the epic tale, the pure bloods can grow and thrive, rebuild the earth. But on top of that, guess what? Our mental has been unlocked as well. Not only did our physiological change by us becoming ether beings, now we have the conversation and the common sense of the fallen angels, of the monsters of the deity, the titans that fell to earth. We have their common sense. And now the ether beings are working on CERN, reversing what CERN did to turn this planet into a yellow sun again, so that the indigenous people here who actually wanted this planet, we was inherited, they wanted it. We're going to turn that sun yellow again for them, do all our scientific tricks. And once we turn it yellow, we can go back to our galaxy and our dimension, leaving them to flourish and do what they got to do here. They done experience hatred. They done experience war. They done experience fear. They don't want to do that shit no more. Now they will live in harmony under a yellow sun that is very much fit to help them grow and be. And we going back to Sirius B galaxy, where our blue sun shining them ultraviolet rays on our ass, and we live again, baby, and we free. We can become giants and live forever and do whatever. What y'all think about my movie? Oh, I love a good movie. Hit the like button. Share me. Share me, y'all. Hit the like button. They said zigzag zig. What y'all think about this? Do y'all think this could be a movie? You see how many moving parts it had in it, and you didn't know who was the bad guy? You didn't know who was the bad guy? You knew who the hero was. There was a lesson learned, all that shit. I like this movie. Damn, somebody say sound more like real life. Hey, I'm a conspiracy theorist that like movies. We'll sit it there. But now let me get into this right here. Now, the reason I feel like this movie, now we're finna get into some real shit. The reason why I feel like this movie is so plausible that something like this could happen. Now, we all know what gematria is. We all follow other conspiracy theories, people that like to tell their plays and talks and their ideas. But I like to follow shit that actually happened, shit that comes out. So if I'm not mistaken, in the year 2022, no, 2023 or 2024, the movie was released called The Color Purple. Y'all wondering, a lot of people say, Baron, why don't you do a talk on The Color Purple? Because everybody talking about how they hated Oprah. Well, who gives a fuck? I don't care about that. I looked at The Color Purple for what the meaning really was. And I'm going to break it down for you right quick. Like, you're finna get all this into one sitting. So the movie Color Purple is very symbolic to what's going on. Let's think about it. A little girl, Celie, is mistreated, battered, and abused. A little indigenous girl. S.O.L, battered, abused, called ugly, made to feel shit, work hard, labor in the fields, raped, pillaged, all that shit. Done dirty by Mr. Now let's talk about what the name S.O.L means. The name S.O.L means patch, conceal. It's in the name S.O.L. Sometimes we don't have to take it all the way to 18 different verses. Let's go for what it meant. They somebody time they just so S.O.L. So you got S.O.L. She's the lost mother, planet Earth. Y'all follow me here? She planet Earth, S.O.L. So S.O.L is here to seal. She's here to be sealed, helped, carried along, nurtured, cared for, regenerated. So S.O.L meets Mr. Mr would be a titan, a tyrant, a titan, somebody that came down here to control, beat up, pillage, control, just whoop ass and subjugate, a subjugator. So S.O.L had to be under Mr. Storm for a good little bit of time, right? But S.O.L always said, I love the color purple. It reminds me of my family. It reminds me of my sister. It reminds me of home. It reminds me of life, love, and liberty and justice, all that shit. She loved the color purple. Didn't she love the color purple? She loved it. So now Mr. kept S.O.L in them chains, raping up on her, beating up on her, wouldn't let her even eat strawberries and fruit. I don't know if she was on a diet, but that's the plate he knocked on the ground. Pissed me off. All right. So now let's go over to the character. I forget that lady name who played the version of Oprah. I forget her name. But let's go over here to Harpo, her boyfriend, S.O.L's son. Now, a lot of people won't catch this, but I did. We have this program here on planet Earth called HARP. HARP. HARP controls the weather. Now, if S.O.L is Mother Earth and Harpo, pay attention. Sophia, that's right. Sophia is a name in the Bible. I forget what it is now. I should have wrote it down. Sophia. It's a name. She helped S.O.L, right? She helped S.O.L discover who she's supposed to be. Y'all could Google it for me and put what Sophia mean in this bitch. So, Harpo says, I'm going to change the atmosphere of the movie. Pay attention. Harp controls the atmosphere. In the movie, Harpo says, I'm going to change the atmosphere of the movie. I'm going to create a juke joint. I'm going to create somewhere we can have vibes and good vibes, and the whole atmosphere could change. It could be a breath of fresh air. And he says, and he talks to Miss S.O.L. He say, Miss S.O.L, what can I do? Miss S.O.L say, go against your daddy and create a breath of fresh air. And he create the land that was given to him. He turned it into an atmosphere generator. Now, y'all may look at that shit and think it was just a swamp bar, but you got to think people was in there happy, breathing, loving. That's the atmosphere. That's Harpo. That's Harp on the planet Earth. So Harp controls the atmosphere. Pay attention now. It's finna get deep. So now in comes Sugar Avery. Mr. is smitten with old Sugar Avery ass. Sugar Avery translate into ray, rays of the sun, the color yellow. So in the midst of this deep darkness, the rays of the sun touches Mr. Mr. is burned by the rays of the sun, but he can't get enough of that yellow sun because Sugar Avery bringing the sugar, baby. You follow me here? Suge is bringing the Sugar Avery to him. Although it burns Mr. Ass in half. He can't stand it. He can't control it. Can't do nothing with it. But he loves it. Damn, that sounds like planet Earth, don't it? Oh, boy. Now, S.O.L, she has to tie everything together because at the end of the movie, she ties it all together. She brings together all the battered and abused people of the planet with no hatred, no malice in her heart. Everybody sitting around the dinner table. Hell, even the goddamn girl that dated Bow Wow, dating a basketball player now. football. I forget his sport. Name the football player right now. Even she come and sang. Sierra. Even she come to that bitch and sang. And her name is Sierra. That's a desert, I think. All these earth-based names and shit. Y'all follow me how I look at a movie. So she come and she round the table and she enjoying herself and she dancing and singing, holding hands, bringing two babies. That's the rebirth of the earth. Now, Sealy, she already had her children. They say what? Mister gave them to God. But in turn, the children that Sierra brought to the picnic, brought back to earth, was Sealy's children. Sealy had to heal the planet Earth. So let's put that into a broader spectrum, how I look at it with the color purple. The movie is called The Color Purple, y'all, for a reason. Purple is not sad. In the movie, they say every time I walk past the color purple, I can't think but how God blessed us, right? She turned color purple into a blessed thing. You think about purple, you think about the ether. She got her kids back, but her kids was given to God. Mister sent her kids away. This is when we had a chance to get off this planet before the dome was sealed by the custodians. And she said, one day I'm going to get my kids back, but as an indigenous woman, I got to get my ass handed to me. See, but what Cern don't know, pay attention to what I'm telling you now. What Cern don't know, by them opening up that portal, allowing Gog and Magog to break that carbon bond down, those rays came and empowered us indigenous people. And also for our indigenous people that was out there that's already bathed in the sun, in the color purple by the blue star, Sirius B and all them right there, they had that purple energy on them. So now when they come here, they can traverse, they can do things. They won't come here and get sick because keep in mind, as long as it's a yellow sun, they come here, we get to turn brown, we get to rust, we get to turn this color here. But if it's a purple sun, we get to maintain that blue and that purplish ethereal hue on us. So that movie, The Color Purple, meant to me that was Oprah Winfrey and all them people saying that baby ultraviolet rays is finna bathe on this bitch. Black folks are finna get this planet back, and we gonna have to do the right thing by making sure we don't hold no hatred, no malice in our heart, and we make sure we take care of these people until we can give them their planet back. Because everybody want to say, oh, this is the planet of the black people. This is not our planet, people. Let's not be so fucking arrogant. We come from a planet. If this sun is going to empower us a little bit, the yellow sun, what you think our blue sun going to do? It's going to put us back in harmony. You wonder why the black man and the black woman think so fucking irresponsible and fucked up, because ain't nobody calibrated our brain waves to this new body, this new energy we got surging through us. Nobody calibrated us. Nobody say, hey, let's play this motherfucker 528 hertz and heal him. Nobody say, let's play him 10 billion hertz and get him right in his mind. Nobody put us through that shit. So now we're doing just like the metalloids that got changed by the purple sun in my story. We doing just like them. So we're into this euphoric energy because when we walk in the sun, we feel good. It's the euphoric energy. It empowers us. It strengthens us. It don't tell us we God, raw, and all that shit there. It is dopamine. It is a drug. The yellow, in my story, the yellow sun is a drug to the black man, to the indigenous people. It's a drug. We can't live without it. We stay in the house for 30 days, bitch. We get goddamn crib sickness. We running out the door. We running out the door to do something, even just drive up the road, walk up the goddamn to the corner. The sun is our drug. This yellow sun is our drug. It's not our source of power. It's our drug. And my story. Maybe I ain't making sense. I know I'm going to piss off the Hotepians. But this is a movie. This is an epic movie. So we are supposed to have gifted this planet to the unmelanated people. And we supposed to went back to Series B, but we lost our way because the two main characters in this story, which is Seele's children, Mother Earth, they left. They was gone. They left and they couldn't get back in here to get us. So now we created offspring, thinking this yellow sun is what we belong under when we supposed to be under that blue sun, getting bathed by ultraviolet radiation light and shit. How y'all think about that story? Yeah, I mean, they all play into it now. These are the backstories. Okay, I ain't done yet. It's a lot more. I want y'all guys to understand at the end of this bitch, the bottom line is what CERN did today, 4/8/2024, is gonna unleash purple rays on the planet Earth, to which we're gonna have to adapt. And when that purple ray hit and we adapt, our people, our ancestors, our predecessors, whatever you want to call them, within the outer space ether, outside of the dome, in another world, whatever, it's going to come back and get our ass. This is why we have all these 70s and 60s record bands saying, okay, we the cosmic slop, cosmic P-Funk. His main color was purple. All these cosmic beings coming back to reclaim the people. They were trying to put it in the fucking music. Even Michael Jackson said it. We going back to outer space. They all were talking about pedelic funk, psychedelic. Why you think we were so high on drugs? Why you think when a black man take drugs, he go crazy over the bitch? Because we're living a childish, euphoric energy under this yellow sun. This sun is pure drug induced. It's dope, baby. I'm high right now. When I think about going out there running track, running around that bitch, when I think about going to the beach and spreading my arms wide, I feel fucking good when that sun touched my palm, sun touched his skin. It's a drug. It's not needed for us. They're going to trick us into thinking the yellow sun needed. The yellow sun is not needed for us. We need that blue sun. We need them purple rays, baby. That's what keeps us living. We need to go back to being jet black and purple, ethereal beings. I'm sounding like a master teacher right now, telling a story. I get it. It's going to make you think eventually, and I'm going to get some haters. Trust me, I can't wait. Let's move on. So now, Oprah, she did this movie. Now, nobody fucked with Oprah. All the bullshit Oprah done did. Oprah released this here movie. Now she getting named, drugged through the mud, indicted, and everything else along with old Diddy Bopper. Everybody getting called down. Because this is now I'm finna get into some shit, people, and y'all please hear me. This is the boule now. This is the boule. They trying to send a message to us saying, baby, our time coming. So the powers that be saying, hey, don't enlighten these people. They're like, man, it's just a motherfucking movie, bitch. It's just a movie. Okay, it's a movie, but it has too many symbologies in it. You know, somebody may get wind of this shit. Open and say 1 or 2 people. Ain't nobody gonna listen to 1 or 2 people. The motherfucker only got 29,000 subscribers. Ain't nobody gonna listen to him. He just a fool man. Get me up to 100,000 subscribers. Let's see what go. Shameless plug. I know. I'm petty. And my Baron petty too. So the Boule released that movie, The Color Purple. And pay attention. Go rewatch it and look at it the way I'm telling you guys to look at it. You guys will have pride and you'll see what every character represents in that motherfucker. So let's go over here to, what else did I write down yonder? Oh, I just put in plants. So that was the plants and the shit, how plants and shit grow under UV rays and how it's so beautiful and how everything abundant. So let me explain something to you. Did you know that the first marijuana to be grown under UV rays, because of hydroponics and all that shit there, water and UV rays, did you know that marijuana is excellently good? I smoked it once or twice in my lifetime. And the first one was called Purple Haze, if I'm not mistaken, back in the 70s. That was the first marijuana to begin giving a name like that. And Purple Haze, do your research, was grown under UV light. This is why they called it purple haze. And when everybody smoked purple haze versus the shit that the Jamaicans was just drying out on their back porch, adding a little liquor to it and alcohol, rubbing alcohol to get it to really dry. When they hit that bitch with that UV light, purple haze hit the scene in the 70s. Jimi Hendrix, everybody took off. Janis Joplin, they was, whoa, bitch, what the fuck you got here? Because it was grown under UV light, purple UV light. And there go purple haze. Hell, it was so good the motherfucker wrote a song about it. This planet is a party house. This planet is a party house. Everything on this planet is designed to get you high. From the food, to the conversation, to the sexual energy, to the anger, to the aggression. You can experience every emotion on the spectrum, baby. And it's designed to get you high. This is a party planet. It ain't a prison planet. It is a party planet. Motherfucker, they dropped us off at the daycare and went to party, and the responsible parent took the other two kids, but the parent that wanted to hold around and hook and do their shit, we stayed with her at the party house. You get these kids. I ain't watching no more. They could go in the room with the rest of the people, with the rest of the ether kids and party, and they got trapped here. Because they called the booth thing to come get them and called the parent, man, we ain't fucking with you till you get your shit clean. What? I'm clean. No, you still party because that sunlight still got your ass trapped. That's how I see it in my head. Oh, my ear's itching. Go ahead, y'all. That's intelligence coming. That's spirit saying, "Bit, you talking." That's what I think. So how y'all like this? I'm done. Look at me now. Look at me now. How y'all think about what I just said? How y'all think about this epic movie? I put a lot of stuff in there for you guys to go down the rabbit hole and research. And I would love you guys to add to this movie. Get your own opinion, get your own version. I don't mind, doing a little bit of character development and these movie scripts that I'm writing, even the plots and the everything in it. I think you guys should be looking this type of shit up, going down your own rabbit hole, creating your own epic story, meditating on some of the stuff I'm saying so you can see it from your own perspective. And it just might save your life. It just might, what I said in the beginning, it just might be the instrument to unlock the key to your ethereal evolution so you can get off this motherfucking rock. But until that sun turns purple, we trapped. But CERN fucked up. In order to let Gog and Magog through, they had to trigger something that they didn't see. And you're going to turn a whole race of people that was mistreated into powerhouses and supermen and superwomen. And we ain't going to have no more hate for each other. We ain't going to have no more animosity, jealousy, and hate in our heart. And we're going to get off this bitch. And we're going to take care of people to show that we ain't got no hurt, no harm, and malice in our heart. And we're going to leave them with this rock that they want so bad. And we're going to go back home to Sirius B and everywhere else that's out there belonging to us. That's my story. Quentin Tarantino, get at me, baby. Quentin Tarantino, get at me, man. I'm telling you, y'all missing me. Oprah, when you get free, holla at your boy. Lizzie, sure. All right. Yeah. Mr. Resgard. Let me read some of these comments. Everybody, I'm still doing my tarot. It's still going to be 8:30 p.m. tonight, Eastern time. I'm still going to upload this. I'm just talking some stuff. My boy Anubis, what you say? Your mental being sound like the new race created by the jab. Homo board Genesis. Nice. Nice. Yes, exactly. I knew my man Anubis would bite. He's smart with that. He's smart with that. He open, y'all. I'll be a purple being in your movie. All right. We're going to call you the new Olmekians. You know, because of Olmecs, right? Hey, everybody, do me a favor. I want you guys to look up something. Look up what's that damn movie? It was a sci-fi movie. I saw it when I was a kid. They called themselves the Olmecs. I think was Defiance. Let me Google this bitch right now. I got a whole computer in front of me. Defiance, TV series. Yeah, Defiance. Sci-fi. Put sci-fi in this bitch. Yep, Defiance, sci-fi. Okay, let me put in Omex. Watch this shit. What they show me. Omex. Why they say comics? They wouldn't even let me put Omex. Omex. There we go. Check this shit out, right? If y'all think I'm not playing, and I told you they put that shit in front of us. Look at these people. These are your Omex. This motherfucker here. That's your Omex. Them black people, man, with purple hues to their skin. That's them. This look at this motherfucker. She down here chilling. I don't know why her hair white. She can get it. Look at this shit, man. What that movie trying to tell us? Look how the snow fuck us up. I don't even know what that is, but I don't want to fuck with it. But that brother there is terrifying. I mean, but check this type of shit out, man. Why would they put that type of shit inside my brain? And they call Olmecs in the movie. There's a real civilization here on planet Earth called the Olmecs that look like thick-lipped nosed people. And these things was indestructible. You can shoot them up, burn them up, kill them up. You can cut them up, and they never died. These things was immortal. They were terrified of these Olmecs. When that purple sun hit our brown skin, baby, we are gonna be in control. We are gonna be powerful. Sorry, sir, you fucked up. You did it this time, sir. You just put us back where we needed to be. It's okay. We appreciate you. Yeah. You could so be good at occult documentaries on any and all subject. I could be a cult documentary, but I don't know. Y'all occult people get a little testy, and y'all want to throw spells at a bitch. If I mention y'all occult in the wrong name, I'm just bullshitting. How dare you say the Druids were just stone chuckers? I curse you to the south winds of the west. How dare you say witches ride on brooms because they just like to masturbate? I send a curse at you. I see, because I'm gonna get too deep into the bitch. And then when I talk about occult magic and I talk about occult practitioners and shit, and I dig into their ass like that, I'm in trouble. They're gonna be like, this bitch, but witches did ride brooms because they used to put a little hallucinogenics on the bitch and masturbate with them. That's why they call them a witch. We just called them a bitch because they used to talk shit afterward because they was high. And do your research. Take some raw bread, put it on that stick, and go to work. Ah, that bitch been on that broom all night. Y'all stay away from her. She on one. Hence the word. I'm petty, y'all. I'm petty. It's the yellow sun. I'm high as fuck. It's the yellow sun, man. You think I could do a true spook with the accent? I'll try it just for you, Royal Blue. Everybody, look at these Olmec. These people, us, boy, they fuck us up. I would not want to be a version of me that looked like that. Can't die. Shit. Woo. What if you get married to a lady you didn't like and you can't die? She married witch and she an Olmec too. Good God. I'll run to another universe too. I'm getting the fuck out of here, bitch. I'm going back to planet Earth. I don't need this shit. Ah, oh my God. You know I like to make y'all laugh at the end. Y'all always gonna get a little comedy skit at the end because I don't want y'all to take all this shit serious and shit because people get in their feeling. But yeah, boy. Mm-mm. Boy, when you become Olmecs, you better pick your woman right. You better pick your man right, women. Y'all better pick right. Ain't no just sucking and fucking and doing some shit. When you become an Olmec colored people, that partner gonna stick with y'all ass for life. Cause these people immortal. Yeah, better play right, boy, cause it ain't gonna be I'm finna go to Brenda. Brenda can't die too. So all y'all bitches living forever, y'all gonna be mad at each other for millions of years before you forget. I'm picking right. Purple lady coming in bed. Hey, what's up, Perp? You wanna be my lady, old purple lady? How your family? How long you been living? How your attitude? If I leave the car and drive and the bitch running to the garage, are you gonna get mad at me, purple lady? Or are you gonna just talk shit for a couple days and shut up? I'll be asking questions because I don't need the purple lady mad at me the rest of my life. I'm still a brown man on this bitch. I got emotions. I want to feel good. I don't want to be bitched out for millions of years. So choose wisely. I'm giving y'all a warning. So back to this little prophecy shit I got. I think due to what happened tonight in my epic movie, I think within the next 10 years, a lot of people are going to be getting sick. A lot of people are going to be getting sick because of this one right here, because too much took place with it. Too many gammas and rockets and radio waves and color spectrums was used. Too much shit. It was just too big. And the people, oh, that's in my, I can't, damn, I want to talk. So in my other epic movie, we're going to talk about the people who was in the path of the totality. I'm not going to say it here. And this is where y'all going to understand, because every one of these little 10-minute skits I'm doing that I posted on YouTube that y'all can watch, it's one epic movie. And once I get them all done, I'm gonna put them on one board, put little spaces in between so you guys can see. As it come to me, I'm gonna make the little AI clip thing, and then you guys can see everything in one, how it play out. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try to make it about 40 minutes long. So you guys will be like, fuck, this is good. And again, I own the rights to it because I'm putting my voice to it and all that stuff there. And I got the little watermarks and all that shit over there. But yeah. Monique say, just tell us. I love it, y'all. Woo! That took a lot out of me, y'all. I be thinking this brain be on fire. KJ! What JT did on your channel? I heard you say JT in trouble. I say, let me go watch this girl talk about JT. She be dishing out the gossip in such a cute little country voice. I can't stand it. It ain't my business. I love it. Oh my God. Epic, baby, epic. So yeah, I'm getting tired, y'all. So what y'all think about this? I know this was one of the longer lives I did. What y'all think about it? Is y'all think that's something I should try to turn into a movie? Should I try to prostrate myself to Hollywood? Bad word, bad word, bad word. Jesus Christ, that's a bad word. Should I contact people in Hollywood to say, hey man, make my movie? God damn it. KJ say somebody told me I was beautiful. They just couldn't understand what I was saying. That's how I start with the look. Tara Hotlanta, where you been, sister? Where you been? Beautiful Candy. Hey, Joya in this thing. Please don't. What did you say? Please don't do it. Diddy will get me. Okay, I ain't going. Let me leave Diddy alone. He had enough shit. Diddy say he taking down everybody, y'all. I'm invested in this shit right here. I ain't too much invested in celebrity, but since I channeled Kim Porter and got some of them shits right, even a little white mule boy, Diddy say he taking bitches down. I'm invested, Diddy. I'm on your side, Diddy. Take them all down. You were wrong for what you did to everybody. But Diddy, I want to see what you got going next, y'all. Diddy had a little baby naming names, so he couldn't get sued. I say, Diddy a smart motherfucker. You get Diddy bopped. You're going to have to finance the movie yourself. Hollywood got too many issues. All right, I'll start a GoFundMe to finance this movie. I get $30. I love it. I love it. What's up, Core Farron? They got a Russian words, I think. I don't know how to say it. Tubi. Oh yeah, Tubi. I could run up the corner and fall like Snoop, like the Snoop did. Tubi, yeah. I got a phone. I could do a Tubi movie. Bitch, it's on. Tubi movie in a plate, two plates stuck together on a string. That's a spaceship. And for the Hedron Collider in the movie, I just put some macaroni, glue them bitches down on a silver plate, and then just do some lighter flex with a flashlight going around in a circle. Tubi, bitch, I'm coming for you. My movie gonna be on Tubi just like that. I can't stand it, y'all. The metal people gonna have aluminum foil on them, just aluminum foil painted on their ass. Hold on, what's gonna be the purple light? The purple light gonna change from purple to blue to white every so often. It ain't gonna be able to stay. Oh my God, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Hey man, y'all hate on Tubi, but I love Tubi, man. I watch me Tubi. The plots be good, the message be good, the movies be good. It just they overact and they just scream with the shit, and that's what give it its flavor. I hope they don't ever change. You don't want no flex homeboy in space movie. Outer Limit #3. Matter of fact, if y'all want to know what I got the inspiration for this particular movie, I just added all the other elements to it because there wasn't no black people in this particular episode. It's outer space called. It's the movie Outer Limits, called the music of spear, or the spear of music, or the music or something like that. That's why I said this is why those people gonna act crazy when that sun change, because nobody gonna know what hurts to calibrate their mindset to, and this is what's gonna make them crazy. But in the movie The Outer Limits, in that TV series The Outer Limits, the spear with Jessica Dunn, I think that little girl that played Spider-Man girlfriend in the first one. That's where I got it from. That's where I got this idea from as a kid, but I just added all the other stuff to it. But again, I am a firm believer that the reason why, and I'm going to leave you guys with this, take it how you take it. The reason why black people, indigenous people on this planet can't come together and get along because we are too busy partying. It's not due to the way we was raised. It's not due to slavery, captivity, or any other bullshit brainwashing. It's due to this yellow sun being a drug for us. It is a euphoric energy. It is euphoric. It increases the dopamines and shit. They tell you on the news, oh, you need the sun. The sun, it just makes you feel good. It is a euphoric energy, and it's so intoxicating. It's like the best crystal meth, the best crack, the best all that shit. It's the best of everything. And once we get a dose of that sun, we can't do it. We could work in the fields all day long and we happy. How the fuck you gonna be digging ditches and picking cotton in the sun and you happy? Because the sun is euphoric, man. Ain't nobody ever get, man, fuck this sun. Oh, I can't wait till the sun come out. Oh, yeah. Fuck the sun. Turn it purple, bitch. Turn it. Give me some blue rays. I'm ready to be an old motherfucker. I'm ready to be able to jump on a tree. I'm ready to be able to eat once a day and still run around this bitch and chill. I'm ready to go and see what's out there in the celestial waters without getting eaten by a goddamn giant fish monster, a celestial water fish monster. I know they out there. That's why I hate the fucking ocean. Y'all don't get me started. I hate them shit. And the giant squid, who the fuck created that monster? Need Jesus. A giant squid. Not 8 tentacles, damn near 10 with hooks and shit on it. Spikes the size of this book. How the fuck you have a spike the size of a kitchen knife and you call yourself a seafaring creature? You are a water assassin, giant squid. You should not be on the planet. Go back to the celestial waters outside the dome. That's one of them bitches that sleeped in here. He slipped in when the flood came, and now he in the ocean. Don't get me started on real conspiracy theories. That giant squid should not fucking be on this planet. It serves no purpose. It eat everything. It attack everything, and the bitch knows it. It will look at you for hours and days before it even fuck with you. The man was telling the story on YouTube how he said he was welding the boat. This the boat. He wasn't in the middle of the ocean. He was at a harbor. The squid done got his ass up in there. Say he was welding the boat and he just felt something looking at him underwater. So he turned around. Say the squid hauled ass. He didn't even know the bitch had moved. Closed his eye. So he turned back around. He welding the boat. The squid opened his eye again. He said, damn, something looking at me. He looked back. The squid closed his eyes and hauled ass. So he said the third time, he said he feels something looking at him. So he said he gonna turn his head this way and like well like this, and say when he seen come up, the squid opened his eyes like this, and the squid eye was the size of that man's body under the water. So how the fuck big was the rest of his body, y'all? The man panicked, damn near choked trying to get to the ocean. The squid didn't even want to eat him. The squid just looked at him suffer as he catching rickets and shit going to the surface. Them things intelligent. They shouldn't be here. Them celestial beings that need to be in the celestial waters outside of this goddamn dome. I can't stand giant, colossal squids. Y'all should be afraid of them too. Them things are intelligent. They should be on this planet. I said my piece. He was laughing in his squid language. Y'all really cold with it. That man almost died getting out of that water. Cause they know them squids crazy. They from it. They from Atlantis. Oh, the octopus and spiders. Oh yeah. I don't think octopus and spiders are related. Spiders are related to crabs, crustaceans, lobsters, crabs, roaches, all that shit there. All them motherfuckers related. The octopus is a standalone creature. It is not related to the squid at all. The octopus is a standalone creature. The octopus will put here to clean your reefs. The octopus is there to clean your reef. They don't even eat mollusks and meat that much. They really eat debris, shit, and junk. So octopus are very nice animals. It's the squid who is the Vegeta to the Goku octopus. The squids are Vegeta. Frieza, fuck it. Let me get off this bitch. I've been on here 2 hours. Everybody, tune in tonight in about another 2 hours to my YouTube channel where we can talk, where you can come and see some of my readings. If you're new to the channel, because I see 300 and some people watching, I thank you so much. This is what I'm going to be doing now. I'm going to be going live. I'll release a epic story, 2 to 3 minutes long, and then I'll come talk about it and how the movie going to play out. Granted, I'm a conspiracy theorist. Nothing I say is true. Nothing I should be taken seriously. TikTok don't ban me. YouTube, I'm just talking some shit, get some ideas. But everybody, I encourage you to go down the rabbit hole for yourself to see if you can understand what I'm talking about and put your own pieces together. And who knows, you might just protect yourself or come up with a way to better your existence, protect your family, or hell, help get off this motherfucking rock. I'm sick of partying, y'all. I'm tired. I want to go home. Positive comments below. All right, everybody. I am the Baron telling you guys to trust you in the universe, because at the end of the day, that's all you got. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all. Soul Tribe.